Hey, how you doing? My question was about Uniswap. How long do you think it could increase by the end of this month?
Uniswap? What do I think it's going?
Yes,
Okay, hold on. Sorry, we're getting way too many calls
yes.
here. I mean, I'll just use the price prediction on Token Metrics, right? So if we go to Uniswap, but so I'm very, very bullish on Uniswap, right? Because as a DEX, I think this is, so if we go here to DeFi pulse, right? Looking at this, Uniswap has over $4 billion
Yes.
locked up, right? So, and I think as DeFi gets bigger and bigger, this is going to get bigger and bigger, right? Because just going back here, right? Look at the growth from a billion
Hmm.
last year to 40 billion in 1 year, right? And I think we can hit 100 billion by the end of the year, probably even by summer. I mean, if things really blow up, I think by summer we could be over 100 billion, right? And all that is going on to DEXs and Uniswap and One Inch Exchange. Those are the ones I'm invested in because I think those are just going to be huge, right? So what do I think this can go? Um, so so looking at the price prediction, it thinks Uni can go to basically $29, right? Um, if we go to, I mean, let's see CoinGecko. So $6 billion market cap. Yeah, I mean, so I would say 29, $30 seems reasonable. But if anything, I'm not selling Uniswap for a long time. I got the airdrops. I know lots of people sold those. They're trying to trade them. But to me, it made no sense because the technology in Uniswap is amazing. Like even the code review score it got that we shared last year, it was like a 94%. So you, my philosophy is you don't trade great projects. You just buy and hold. Right? Because trading, like imagine somebody who's trading Bitcoin at a dollar. Okay. I mean, obviously
Hmm.
hindsight is 2020, but you're probably better off just holding Bitcoin at a dollar, right? And just riding all the way up till it hits 50 grand. Right. So that's the mindset I have. So for me, I'm a long-term investor and Uni is not something I would be trying to day trade or swing trade. I mean, yes, you can do that, but I think this is the future of DeFi and Ethereum, right? So if anything, I think this can go to even $100, right? Because I think this can be huge. Like right now, $6 billion market cap. This can become 60, right? So if anything, actually, this can go to 200 long term, right? So for me, I would not trade it unless you have to, right? If you're trading it, I would only put 1% uh, of uh, of your portfolio in it as a trade. But for me, long term, I think this is a keeper. This is like anybody who's on DeFi who's building a portfolio. I think you have to have Uni in there, right? Especially, I mean, if you're a user of the platform, you got tokens, right? So I think those are tokens that for me, I'm not selling for a long time. Does that help answer your question?
Yes. Another quick question? Just is Uni much better of a product than the 1 inch that just came out?
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, from a code perspective, they're both good. One Inch Exchange got a 89% on the code review score. We shared this with the customers last year. Uniswap got a 94. So both of them are great projects. I own both, but actually, I have a larger stake in One Inch Exchange because I use One Inch over. Look here. Let's go to both sites actually. For me, One Inch Exchange is just better because it aggregates everything, right? Because for me, I like doing yield farming and providing liquidity on One Inch Exchange, right? Because if you come here, the APYs on the pools are just amazing, right? So I'm part of the ETH Torn pool here. This is paying out 77% APY. I'm part of this with Opium. This is basically paying out 192% APY in 1 inch tokens and plus 41% in Opium tokens. So basically, if you put 100 grand here, they'll pay you 192% of that in 1 inch tokens. And this is a token, as I mentioned, I'm very bullish on, code review score of 89, right? So long-term 1 inch exchange, I think that because even that's undervalued because right now Uniswap is 14th in market cap. If we go to 1 inch, actually I'll just type it in here. 1 inch is 94th,
540.
right? 95th in market cap. But honestly, 1 inch, this is just my opinion. I think this should be the top 20 market cap project. If anything, top 30, because most of these projects are trash, honestly. I mean, because 1 inch has actual users. People are actually using it every single day, right? So some of these tokens are even dead, right? So for me, 1 inch is very, very undervalued. So if you give me an opportunity to yield farm, because I already have Tornado Cash, I already have OPM, I already have LDO, right? All these are good projects that I already have in my portfolio, and I have Ethereum. So if I just come here and farm them on 1 inch and put them in the smart contract pool, I can even earn more 1 inch and more OPM. I can earn more 1 inch with this. So to me, it's a no-brainer. It's basically easy money. Nothing is easy per se, but I think this is as good as it gets because you're buying great projects with a great long-term perspective or outlook, and then they're also giving you more of the project you already have. So this is why I use 1 inch and I farm here more so than Uniswap. I do use Uniswap on occasion because sometimes not every project is on 1 inch, right here on their farming section, right? So for example, today I just there's a project I just invested in that we told our customers about, and this wasn't available on 1 inch. But if you go to the site, you can add liquidity to their Uniswap pool, and they give you staking tokens, which you then stake on their own site. So for me, both of them, I like 1 inch and Uniswap, but I have a heavier position in 1 inch exchange because I think it's more undervalued, and I use this a lot more as a user. Okay.
But do you think one of its flaws is that it's decentralized though?
One of the flaws of Uniswap?
Because it comes from Binance Labs, right?
No. So Binance Labs was an investor, right? But it's these, like if you go here, right, there's governance, right? So they're in the process of, right? So this is not a Binance project. Binance are just investors. They invested because they saw how good it was, right? And I think they also saw that DEXs were going to eat their lunch, right? And they had to have a play, right? So that because Binance is trying to not become a dinosaur, I would say. But anyway, thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate the support.
All right. Appreciate it, man. I like your song. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.